months of silence, yes, it might be that they want you to reach out. But should you? Let's talk about it in this episode. All right, welcome to the episode. This is a question from one of you. My ex left twice and we broke up again. In the past, I've always been the one to reach out to him. After 7 months, he's been more present on social media, posting sad poems in places we've been to together. I choose to not post anything for days now, and he's increased his postings. Could this be a sign of wanting to reconnect? And if so, how should I handle it? I still love him, but want him to make direct steps towards me. Signed, Anxious Attached. Look, there is no doubt that this one is a tough situation, and obviously you do care about this person. If not, you probably won't be reaching out looking for clarity. And a lot of us have been in this position where, we've broken up with someone, and especially with that easy access to them via social media, we are reading a lot into everything, especially for the anxious attached. They're going to know exactly how many new followers their ex has, or exactly what is being posted. And sometimes we read things into their posts when we really shouldn't. So how do we go about this while showing ourselves some self-respect and the self-love that we need? And remember, there is no shame to this. It's a very normal behavior that we're encountering now, where people will check up on, even their partner's social media, much less their ex's. So let's talk a little bit about his actions, and are they enough? The words or direct effort, whatever you're looking for, whatever it is you need in this relationship, that is what matters. Posting sad poems or anything that provokes nostalgia is passive. You deserve more than that. If he really wants to reconnect with you, he needs to take a direct, clear step towards you. Now, this is especially so if he was the one who broke up with you, or whomever you're dating, whomever is listening to this. If you're going through a breakup and you notice someone is posting stuff, they're a little more active on social media, and you think it might be to get your attention, and they're the ones who left, they need to definitely take a direct approach. Why is that so? Well, if someone's left you, you should know that your trust is broken, and now that trust needs to be earned. If you're going to reach out to them at every sign that they might be interested in you, then they are going to take you for granted in the future. Their brain will be primed to believe that, you know what? I can get this person whenever I want. They're just sitting there waiting for me. And you don't want to put yourself in that position. So instead of posting anything vague, what they're going to need to do is to find courage to fight through whatever their demons are, whatever their insecurities are, and send a direct, heartfelt message. And it's nothing like hi or hello. It's a little bit more. Something like, I've been thinking about you and I would like to talk. Sorry about the long pause. I've got a terrible cough, and oh boy, so I'm trying to keep that down. All right, now let's continue. You know that you deserve someone who chooses you consistently, not someone you've got to beg to tell you if they choose you, or you have to feel unsafe or insecure in the relationship. If this person left twice already, it is a pattern. And I'm not saying don't give them a chance should they come back, but you want someone now, especially if they've left a second time. They have to really step up. They really have to prove to you that this is not going to happen again. And you have to, in your actions, show them that this is not something that you're ever going to tolerate again. They need to know that now they have to earn your trust, and to earn someone's trust, man, that takes time. That is not something you just look at, they get you a present one week and a card next week, and they tell you they love you in the third week, and you're like, oh, okay, this person's back with me. No. It takes a long time to see that consistent effort, to see what happens when you're not the one reaching out to them. How are they showing up for you? And I would strongly suggest, if this is the case, someone walks out on you, they should be the one reaching out to you. They should be the one initiating contact. They should be the one planning on where you're going to meet and how you're going to meet. And they have to show that consistent effort, because what you're looking for too is, are they going to run out of steam? Is this just an act? Because if it's just an act to get you back, they're going to run out of steam and they're going to start getting frustrated into like week 2 or 3. And they're going to say, oh, it doesn't seem like you're interested, stuff like that. And that's when you know this person's just taking an angle to pull you back in. So you need to know that you deserve someone who shows up consistently. Think about how it felt when they left. Is that something that you're willing to risk again? Reflect on whether this relationship truly meets your needs. You have to ask yourself, do I want to be with someone who only shows up when it's convenient for them? Or do they care about me enough to consider my feelings in all of this? Now, I just mentioned that it takes time to build trust again. And what you want to do is, if they have left you, you want to pull all of your energy back and see how they're showing up. See how much effort they're putting into it. And this is where your silence shows its power, shows your power. And you want to keep it that way. By not engaging with their posts or reaching out, you're showing them that you value yourself. You're not falling for a breadcrumb, because that's what the breadcrumb is. It's a little morsel of something to see if you're hungry and starving and you're going to grab for it and beg for more. That's what breadcrumbing really is. Visualize that. Every time he drops or whomever it is, drops a like or posts something, that's a little morsel they're putting. Are you going to, grab onto it, lap it up, and then rush after them and beg for, please, please, please give me more? You don't want to be that person. You don't want to do that to yourself. I know it's painful to feel guilt and regret when we've caused someone else hurt, but when we hurt ourselves, nothing hurts more than self-guilt in cases like these, when we know that we should treat ourselves with some more respect and love and care and consideration, and we grovel for someone's attention and affection and validation. So don't set that boundary with yourself that you're not going to, jump and lap up whatever it is they're giving to you. That you are going to sit quietly and wait for nothing but that text that says, I've been thinking about you and I'd like to talk. Not even the hi. The hi, that's just a breadcrumb. That's just another breadcrumb. Don't fall for it. So stay silent and let them feel the impact of your absence. And in that time, they're going to know that, you know what? If I really value this person, I have to step it up. I have to go that extra mile, or they're not going to just fall for this. Now I have to work for their love. I have to work for their trust. I have to work for their respect. And, those are things about you, qualities about you, presents that you give the world that should not be just freely tossed around. Your trust, your love, your light, they're precious, precious, precious things. They need to be earned. And I know as an anxious attached person, we so badly want someone to care about us and choose us and validate us. And so we give them everything that we are hoping they would give to us. But it's a valuable, valuable thing. It needs to be earned. When people earn it, that's when they're going to value it. Let me repeat that. When they earn it, that's when they're going to value it. So love yourself enough to set boundaries with yourself. I know we talk a lot about setting boundaries, and what that really translates to out here is you tell the person what they need to do or you're going to leave. And when that really is a threat, or it's an ultimatum, and no one likes those. Set the boundary with yourself. I will not tolerate breadcrumbs. I will not run in and grovel for more breadcrumbs. I'm setting a boundary with myself. If this person doesn't reach out, you need to set the boundaries to protect your heart, your self-respect. How do you feel? Protect how you feel. We talk a lot about the avoidant attached being guarded. That's kind of their boundary. They don't allow people too close because people are going to hurt them. Nothing's wrong with taking a little bit of that and protecting ourselves a little before someone's got a chance to prove themselves. Nothing is wrong with holding back that trust, of having a little wall up there. I'm sure you've been hurt many times too. Why risk jumping in all over again? It's like jumping into a shark-filled tank hoping that the sharks won't eat you up when you know there are sharks in there. Give it some time. I mean, yes, they're floating around. Let's see, are they dolphins or shark? Give it some time. Until you're feeling a little more secure and safe, then give little bits of your trust, a little bit of your love. You don't have to just pour it all on the other person. So if they don't reach out, you are still going to be able to set the boundaries with yourself. If they say something like, I miss you, again, that's just a breadcrumb. That's for you to run in and say, oh, give me more, give me more, give me more. You can respond with something like, I care about you too, but I need to know what's different this time, because I won't go through this cycle again. You have to make that agreement with yourself. If not, it's just words. It's just a bluff to beg them for more of the breadcrumbs. You have to make an agreement that I'm not going to go through this again. I need you to prove to me that I can trust you. So you have to decide what it is you need from them. If you want to move forward, you say, okay, I'm going to give this a period of time. You decide on your period, 3 months, 6 months. I want to see how you're showing up. These are some things that I'm expecting from you. I'd like for you to go to therapy. I would like to see some form of a commitment. I want to see how you communicate. You're on probation now. Don't say that. I'm just saying this is between you and I. You're putting them on probation to see, watch their move, watch their words. How are they showing up? And while they're posting stuff and trying to get your attention, you want to focus on your growth. Focus on your growth, not his posts. If your mind is going to his posts, it means that there's some healing work to be done by you. Now, a lot of people don't believe this when I say it. I don't follow my partner on social media. I don't look at his posts. I don't go snooping around to who he's gone out with or who he's not gone out with, what he's doing on social media, what he's posting, what he's not posting. I don't know how many people he follows or who follows him. I have no idea. And with my follow count, I'm guessing it's going to be hard for him to check up on that. And I'm pretty sure that he's not showing that interest. Why? Because whatever he needs to talk to me about, he can talk to me and I can talk to him about it. And even times when there were trouble in our relationship, I never checked his social media. You have to be vigilant about your own mind. Your mind will drag you in scary, scary places if you're not careful. And why does that happen? It wants to protect us. You have to be able to say, it's okay, I've got this. I know my worth. I know my value. I know I don't have to worry about anything. So you want to work on this part of yourself. Their social media activity is really, really going to distract you from your own healing, because instead of you sitting with yourself and reflecting upon that relationship, what went wrong for you, how could you have shown up better for yourself, you're going to be busy focusing on what they're posting, who's the new person following them, who's not following them. Trust me, I've got clients who go through this. They know exactly how many new people this X person is following, and they know exactly who it is. And then they go down the rabbit hole of checking that person and who that person's following, and every post that person's made, all the photographs that person posts. And it drives them nuts, and they get nothing out of it. So focus on your own growth. I'm sure you've heard before, the best revenge you can have is becoming insanely successful. Only recently I was reading a little bit about Lady Gaga and how she was bullied in high school. Everyone told her she would not amount to anything. And I would not be surprised if she took that and fueled her success. And I've done the same thing, being bullied and having all these negative things done, breakups happen in the past. Each and every time something tried to break me down, I used it as a lesson to grow. You can do the same thing, but the only way you could do it is stop focusing on what your ex is doing and focus on your own growth. How can I use this experience to be a better version for myself, and to hell with them? Of course they're going to see it. Of course they're going to, you want to have a mindset that you need to know that everyone who's ever hurt you should be looking at you and saying, okay, I did that person wrong. I regret leaving that friendship. I regret leaving that person. I regret treating that person that way. And you should not be bothered. You should not be sitting years after thinking about, oh, how I got them. Because you should be so secure in yourself at that point that you are just constantly focused on yourself and your growth. So instead of analyzing their posts, what you want to do is spend some time journaling or pick up a new hobby and connect with your friends. Especially if you have an anxious attachment style, that means that you gave up a lot for this person. You neglected the time that you should have spent with your friends, your work, your career, your hobbies. You sacrificed a lot to be with them. The fact that you're still asking this question, it tells it how much you gave in the relationship. And now it's time to do that for yourself. Now it's time to put some of that energy into you. Do the things that you always wanted to do and you never got a chance to. Now, keep in mind that you can love someone and you can still let them go. You can let them be. A lot of times we think that love's going to be enough. It's not. Love's not enough. Respect, you need, for a relationship, you need respect. You need consideration. You need kindness. You need peace. We don't talk enough about how important it is to have peace in relationships. Communication, those are things that's just going to naturally happen when you're kind and considerate and compassion, and you have compassion for each other. We don't have communication without those things. It's never going to happen. So communication, good communication, kind communication, healthy communication is just kind of a byproduct of being a caring, compassionate person. So you can love someone and you could let them be. It doesn't mean that you have to be with them if you love them, especially if the relationship is an unhealthy one or you feel like it's one-sided. You can say to yourself, I love this person, but I'm going to have to choose me because I love me more. I deserve a relationship that's stable and one that feels peaceful and fulfilling. You could write a letter to yourself. Mind you, that's something I do. I generally do it for my birthday and holidays, but now I'm getting into the habit of making it like a monthly practice. Because why I do that? I write letters to my children. I write letters to the people that I care about. And I started to see that, wait a second, if I'm writing it to them, I should be writing letters to myself. And I read them every now and again. And I remind myself that, yes, I am worthy of the love and respect that I give myself to. So it's a great practice to get into. What you also want to know is that if this person really wants you back, they're going to have to prove it. That is something that you want to keep at the back of your mind at all times. Even, let's say you get back together, and, initially we get all excited and giddy and we're looking forward to the next time and we're focused on the next time. What you want to do is focus on their behavior so that you could pick up on any pattern that might show that, wait a second, this person's slipping into their old selves and you just don't want to tolerate it. So to summarize everything, how you want to handle this situation is to remain quiet. Don't engage with their posts. Don't reach out. Let them come to you directly. And don't fall for the breadcrumbs, which means the one-liners, the hi, one word. You also want to set some clear boundaries with yourself. If this person does reach out, be honest about what you need and don't settle for less. Don't use words like, oh, I think this is what, no, this is what I want. This is what I believe I deserve. This is what I need. No thinking, no fluffing around this. This is serious. This is your heart we're playing with, and we don't play with your emotions and your heart. You need to focus on yourself, focus on your own growth, focus on your own healing, and allow them to get themselves ready, get through, work through their fears, their insecurities, so that they can show up for you. This isn't where you should be trying to show up for them. You should not be wondering if the post is for you or not. That means that you're thinking about what's best for them. This is where you focus on you and what's best for you. I hope this has been helpful. Join me again for the next episode. And don't forget to subscribe. By subscribing, you're going to be notified every time there's a new podcast uploaded. Until next time.